Welcome to Talk Fame to Me with B.Lynette, where we don't just sip tea, we steep it in facts, serve it with shade, and never spill without purpose. Today we are unpacking the confusing dramas surrounding Jason Lee, the Hollywood unlocked kingpin turned vice mayor of Stockton, California, who's currently been investigated over $50,000 in city funds, a wild and out show, and an alleged newborn baby with none other than Tiffany Haddish. Baby, this ain't a sitcom, it's a scandal. Now, before we jump into the mess, quick geography moment. If you're wondering what the hell is Stockton, you're not alone. Stockton is a city in Northern California, about an hour and a half from San Francisco and a lifetime away from glitz and glams of Hollywood. It's not giving Rodeo Drive, it's giving Rodeo with a pothole. So, when Jason Lee, yes, Jason Lee, the same man who once called Beyonce's team to tell them that the Queen was dead, decided to bring Nick Cannon's Wild and Out tour to Stockton, baby, it was giving Bridgerton meets budget cuts. Less Queen Charlotte, more King of Chaos. Where's Lady Whistledown when you need her? Let's get into the actual scandal. The city of Stockton is now officially investigating how $50,000 in risk mitigation funds, taxpayer money meant to protect the city from financial loss, got used to bail out the Wild and Out tour stop in May 2025. At the time, ticket sales were tanking and the city was about to pull the plug. But guess what? Poof, out comes a $50,000 lifeline, and suddenly the show is back on. Who approved it? That would be Tina, the city's director of economic development. But what's raising eyebrows is that the interim city manager wasn't even in the loop. Jason Lee didn't sign the check, but he performed in the show. And he's the vice mayor. So we have to ask the obvious. Was that a coincidence or was the show rescued so Jason could get his stage time? Should elected officials be benefiting even indirectly from taxpayer funded events? Would the city have shelled out that kind of money if it weren't attached to someone from Hollywood? Because if this were a struggling local gospel brunch at the community center, I don't think Stockton would be writing six-figure checks. I'm just saying. So let's move on. We're going to talk the results of the whole Wild and Out tour. Yes, the show eventually brought in 7,700 people. Yes, parking made some money, but the event promoter still lost $170,000. And that's after receiving over $157,000 in incentives and city funds. So the real winners here, probably the PR team and the Instagram recaps, because financially, baby, it's giving flop era with a lightning rig. And now the city wants answers. The interim city manager launched an official investigation trying to find out, were product protocols followed? Did city staff act under pressure? Was Jason Lee, as an elected official and a performer, too close to the deal? Now, Jason is firing back, calling the probe a political witch hunt. He says there were no rules broken and that this is just retaliation because he's been pushing for more transparency in the city budget. And you know what? Let's give him a little benefit of the doubt. Maybe Jason genuinely thought this event would boost morale, bring visibility, and give Stockton a little flavor. Maybe he thought he was doing what Kanye West once hired him to do, control the narrative. Because let's not forget, Jason Lee was Kanye's media fixer for a hot minute. When Ye was going full chaos on podcasts, Jason was the one hired to calm the storm and somehow still ended up in it. So maybe Jason thought, if I could clean up Kanye's headlines, surely I can produce a clean, successful comedy show in my own city. But baby, a stand-up show ain't a stand-in for good governance. Okay? Now, while all this drama is swirling, let's pivot to the even messier rumor that has the blogs in a chokehold. Jason Lee and Tiffany Haddish allegedly have a new baby boy. Yes, you heard that right. Whispers online from people who claim to know are saying the two longtime friends may have quietly welcomed a baby. Now, has it been confirmed? No. But you know how this goes when the streets whisper, we eavesdrop. And I'm just wondering, was the baby conceived during the wild and out planning era? Is this Tiffany's soft launch into motherhood, or are we being set up for an exclusive reveal? Will the baby get a blue check before a birth certificate? If true, congratulations to the happy couple or co parents or friends with fertile benefits. Either way, a baby is a blessing, and even if the timing is a bit scandalous. So, here's where we land. Stockton is investigating a $50,000 bailout for a comedy show. Jason Lee, the city's vice mayor, also just happened to be in that show. There are serious questions about ethics, power, and priorities. And in the middle of it all, there might be a brand new baby with Tiffany Haddish. You can't make this stuff up. Scandal, stand up, Stockton. The three S's you never thought would share a headline. Final question to y'all. Is Jason Lee just misunderstood? A media mogul trying to bring life into a sleepy city? Or is he blurring the lines between politics, personal gain, so much that even Olivia Pope will walk out the room? Thank you for watching Talk Fan to Me with B.Lynette. I'm your shady narrator with the conscience, okay? Like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments, did Stockton get played like a rerun of Wild and Out? Should Jason step back or double down? And do you believe the baby rumors? Until next time, remember, I don't make the headlines. I just drag them into the light. I'll see you soon.